You won't believe how much money you can make if you were scammed by Nique and Carmen. So let's get straight into the drama. So as you guys know, previously Nique and Carmen have been exposed again for scamming their audiences. If you guys don't know, they are completely frauds and they deliberately promote an ad to deceive their fans so their fans believe them and go to these scammers who end up taking money. Some of these influencers team up with these scammers, while some of these influencers accept a big cash of money. Sometimes it's up to 1,000 and more, could be 5,000, it could be more. These influencers are like, great, this is a quick bag. They know it's a scam, and then they deliberately promote it to you so they can get paid. The thing with Nique and Carmen, they are already banking on the idea that you are not going to get a lawyer and that you are not going to get a police. But if you actually went against what they're banking and what they know, exactly what you're going to do the opposite, you will be able to get some money. By the way, if you're here, smash that like button and subscribe with notifications. So for example, a single mother of twins who must have not been in a really good situation and believed in what Carmen said, end up sending around $1,700 to a scammer that Nique used her influence to convince everyone to get the money, etc., right? So she can sue for the actual damages, which is $1,700, and get that back. Compensatory, am I pronouncing that right? Damages, emotional pain, emotional trauma.
I normally don't come to the internet about anything, but this video I really hope hits at Nique from Nique King, Nique Brown. Great. I just lost everything. A guy she posted literally just took everything from me. I'm a mother of twins, and that was everything I had, and I have screenshots of everything. I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid.
She's upset about the situation. That is all she had. She probably had to contact other family members or friends to help her. She's in a tough situation, which is going to cause so much problems. It might put her back in rent. It might put her back on her credit card bills. There's a lot of issues that will come up because of this situation in her life, and even to her kids. Loss of income, if it impacted that. Like, let's say she actually had a job interview tomorrow, or she has her first trial for her first job, and she can't afford a taxi now to go to work. Punitive damages, I think that's how you say it. She can also sue for that. Also, she can charge for the legal fees, the court fees. So not only she's going to get $1,700 back, she can also get compensatory damages, could be around $2,500, and punitive damages could be around $5,000. Legal fees, etc. Again, this is all hypothetically speaking. It really depends on the specific of the case. It depends on all the evidence that is presented in the court. Oh, and wait, there's more. You can make more money from this situation. Keep watching. If you are going to consult with a lawyer, it's best to get a lawyer who specializes in fraud or consumer protection law, who will give you a details of everything. This is the thing, you must have credible evidence. No question that would lead someone to think, is this fake? Is this a real screenshot? You have to be so diligent and so serious with your receipts that it's no joke. It has to be proven without a doubt that Nique promoted a scam, knowing it was a scam. Very credible evidence. When I say credible, not just a screenshot, but video recording showing that you're going into the Instagram app, that you clicking on Nique's ad, showing that that ad that you saw that she promoted actually belongs to her Instagram page. You also have to show proof of your bank statement when you transferred money to the scammer. You have to show the account details that the scammer gave you for you to know where that account from, and it's from the messages. That all has to be connected to Nique. You know, people have to know that you clicked on Nique's profile to go through the ad, etc., for you to win the case, right? And there's a lot of legal claims here. You know, fraud of mispresentation, negligence, if Nique has a team or it's a part of her job to make sure that she actually looks at this properly before she goes and promotes it to an influencer. Depending on Instagram rules and stuff, she may have a obligation, especially if she didn't post hashtag ad. That's even a bigger problem. And unjust enrichment. If the influencer benefit financially from promoting the scam, you could seek recovery under the theory of unjust enrichment, which is true. Nique is getting paid. The lawyer is most likely going to have to subpoena that information to see how much Nique got paid. That's the civil charges that Nique will face, and she will also get criminal charges, which is wire fraud, mail fraud, conspiracy to commit fraud, and deceptive trade practices. Her and Carmen can go to jail and be lesbian together for the rest of their lives. Okay, I'm joking about jail forever, but they can go to jail. This has happened to an influencer before on Instagram. She ended up going to jail because she ended up promoting a scam, and whoever they scammed messed with the right one. Because I noticed with you guys, Nique and Carmen, they beg on their community a lot. The community is not going to go to the police. Some people might not be able to afford the fees for the court hearings and stuff like that, and that's because they don't know where to find. Lawyers only pay if you win. You got to look at their fees that they have, all of that. You need to do your research when picking an attorney and a lawyer as well. Also, it depends on jurisdiction, because if you are not from Houston, I believe that's where Nique is, or Miami or whatever, then it is going to be very challenging. You're going to need another lawyer as well to help you with that. But if you are in Houston, you can make some really good money if you were scammed by Carmen or Nique. If you really don't care about money, you just care about justice, and you are a victim of that situation, you guys can go to the local police and try to get the district involved, the AD involved, or DA involved, and you just gotta make sure, like I said before, you have to have all your evidence really stacking up. What is for you though is to be persistent and keep going. Don't think Karma's gonna fix everything, because that's the problem with a lot of you guys. You don't do anything. You don't do anything, and then these people still getting bags after bags, 5,000, 2,000 a post or more dollars. They're still no karma. They are still living happily while putting you behind. So you really have to be persistent with this, and you really have to go at it. And at the end of the day, if it's rewarding, depending how much you gave, then it's definitely worth it, especially if it puts you behind in a lot of things. And here's another thing, guys. Now, if you have all your X's and O's pointed out, you have all your receipts, all your evidence, go to the lawyer, attorney, whatever, they end up serving Carmen or Nique or whoever scammed you, right? Once that happens, there's gonna be fire under these girls' asses. They're gonna be like, ooh, I just got served, bitch. Did you see that thing we promoted and we got 10 grand and we were laughing in the bank? Yeah, we just got served. Now, the girls have two things. Either they're going to fight back, which how they're going to do is going to be a little bit difficult, because they are going to need solid evidence that it's the scammer's fault and not their fault. They're going to need proof that they got paid by this scammer. They're going to need the scammer's details, which I know these girls are lazy as hell and they don't look through that. So that's going to be very difficult for them. Or they can try to turn around and come for you and say, well, you're lying. Those receipts are fake. That's why I say it's important to document everything, not only screenshots, but actually film your iPhone going through those receipts, showing that those messages belong to that account, that the promotion was from that account. Then you have solid evidence that they can't argue with. They don't want a criminal record, nor they don't want to go to jail. So the chances of a settlement happening is a lot more likely, which is good for you, because you don't have to pay more court fees, etc., or do all that, because it's just a quick situation. You spoke to the lawyer, you made sure you gave them all the credible evidence, you served them, they see everything, they're like, you know what, we want to settle. How about I give you this amount of money and you don't take me to court, we don't do this. The attorney will most likely come up with something reasonable as well. And then boom, not only do you get your money back that you were scammed, you make extra more money and you got justice served. Nique and Carmen may even call you and say, I'm so sorry, girl. I got children too. And I didn't know that I was deceiving you. I didn't even look at it. Yeah. I just posted it. I can come meet you. I can give you the money back. If it gets that far, they're going to do things like that to take you out of the picture because you are a threat. They most likely know they're going to lose a lot of money because you decided to take it to the next step. But again, these girls know that some of you are not going to do that. Some of you guys are not going to do that, and that's sad. You met these bum-ass influencers scam you, and you let them get away with it because you think karma is going to get them, but they're still living happy making bags. I reckon out of all the scams that they promoted, this is the one that can really get them in trouble because you have solid proof, you have solid